Arizona beat the Cowboys. How about that? Matchup of the 49ers next two opponents. Big upset. The Cardinals were 2-touchdown underdogs to Dallas. They pull it off 28-16. So first thing that we learned from the 49ers perspective watching today, because the 49ers obviously played on Thursday. First thing that we learned is that the 49ers probably will not take Arizona too lightly when they play them next week. I think that had always been a bit of a danger with the Cowboys game looming the week after that. But now that's a reminder that anybody can be anybody week in and week out in this league. And, this is also a message to 49ers fans who were upset that the 49ers somehow didn't look good enough against the New York Giants. I think they looked plenty damn good, 30-12. Anytime you can win by 3 possessions in the NFL, it means something. But maybe now people realize it's no cakewalk in this league against anybody, as the Cowboys did lose to the Arizona Cardinals. With Dallas, they're constantly going to have to answer the criticism that they're front runners, that they're a team that's built to win and when everything's great, but then they face a little bit of adversity and it all comes falling apart. They lost Trayvon Diggs this week, and their first effort without Trayvon Diggs, they lose to an Arizona Cardinals team that blew a massive lead to the New York Giants on the very same field over in Glendale. So not a good game for the Cowboys, good game for the Arizona Cardinals, and that definitely sets the table for the next 2 weeks for the 49ers. So I'm going to go through the rest of the league today. Seattle over Carolina. So Seattle now 2 straight wins. The Lions last week, they beat in Detroit, and today against Carolina at home. Not really sure why Seattle was wearing its road whites at home. That looked kind of weird. But the good win for the Seahawks. They're 2-1. They are trying to keep pace with the 49ers in the NFC West, but the 49ers obviously are at 3-0 in that division. We won't see the Rams until Monday night. Cleveland beat Tennessee 27-3. That was in Cleveland. And remember, the 49ers in mid-October, they're heading to Cleveland. That is not going to be an easy game. It's a really good Browns defense. I know Deshaun Watson hasn't been playing all too well. I know they lost Nick Chubb, but they did really put a number on Tennessee today, 27-3. Houston 37, Jacksonville 17, 37-17. And hey, congratulations to D'Amico Ryans for the win, coach of the Texans, former 49ers defensive coordinator. But on another note, how about the fact that the 49ers are heading to Jacksonville in November? That's probably going to be a tough game. Cross-country trip, Trevor Lawrence on the other side, up-and-coming Jaguars team. But it does show that this Jaguars team might not be all that, right? I mean, they were a surging stock, and to lose by 20 to the Texans at home, I know there was a kickoff return for a touchdown, some special team stuff going on. To lose by 20 to a Texans team that I don't think anybody's saying is all that good, that's not a good look for Jacksonville. Miami hung 70 on Denver, 70-20. Mike McDaniel, former 49ers assistants, having a good day. D'Amico Ryans in Houston, Mike McDaniel in Miami, scoring 70 points. Mike McGlinchey, DJ Jones, the guys on the Broncos side, ex-49ers, not as good for them. Detroit bounced back, 20-6 win over Atlanta. I would still keep an eye on Detroit as a potential player in the NFC. Not an A-list team in the NFC like the 49ers, the Eagles, and maybe the Cowboys, arguably the Cowboys at this point after they lost to Arizona. But Detroit, I mean, this was a team that was surging to close last season, and they're 2-1 to open this season. Minnesota lost to the Chargers at home, and another game of Kirk Cousins putting up good numbers, but just not being able to get it done. I mean, he had a chance at the end of the game. The Chargers went for 4th down, got stuffed. There was a Brandon Staley special. He was about to take a ton of heat for that, but Kirk Cousins let him off the hook. He took him like 20 seconds to get a snap off with the clock running, and then once he finally did get a snap off, he threw a pass in the end zone that bounced off of his tight end and was intercepted. I mean, you could say that it was the receiver's fault, that interception, but again, Cousins was not managing the game properly. And I think that's an issue. Their season, the Vikings season ended last year with Kirk Cousins throwing short of the sticks on 4th down. And today, it just couldn't get the offense up to the line of scrimmage. I think they might have even had a timeout without burning so much time, and then it was just a rushed play. You can't be mad at the outcome of the play, the interception and chaos with a deflection, if you weren't calmly directing the proceedings leading up to the snap. So Kirk Cousins, it just seems like a lot of empty numbers for Kirk Cousins year in, year out, hence the bad primetime record, hence the lack of success in the playoffs. And I just have to say that it seems to me that Brock Purdy's the opposite. And we have to talk about this because Cousins is going to be a free agent after this season. We talk about the 49ers quarterback plans, Shanahan's history with Cousins. I think Brock Purdy, though, he's him, right? Him with the capital H. Kirk Cousins is not him, and we see that on a week in, week out basis. Not a good day for Robert Saleh. So I said it was good for Ryans, good for Mike McDaniel, but Saleh and the Jets, Zach Wilson's terrible. Lose 15-10 to the Patriots to get their first win. Indianapolis over Baltimore. Justin Tucker had a chance to win it at the end of regulation with a 61-yarder. He missed. That's because Justin Tucker is no Jake Moody. Buffalo 37, Washington 3. Not much to take away there, except the 49ers get to play Washington this year on New Year's Eve in D.C., and they should win that football game. I don't see them having much trouble there. Green Bay 18, New Orleans 17. The Packers were down 17-0 heading into the fourth quarter. Scored 18 unanswered behind Jordan Love. Going to be fascinating to see all the metrics from these games and then watch Monday Night Football tomorrow. The other NFC West team that hasn't played yet this week, the Rams, they play tomorrow, so we get to watch them. We also get to watch the Eagles. We know the 49ers are in an arms race with Philadelphia. But Dallas loses, 49ers have the day off, and maybe 49ers fans just need to be a little bit more appreciative of what they have right now. A 3-0 football team that is firing on all cylinders, offense, defense, special teams. It's rarely trailed this year. That's healthy, stocked with good players. You just saw that it could be a whole lot worse. The Cowboys losing to the Cardinals. So appreciate the day off. Appreciate what you have if you're watching the 49ers. We'll check in with you soon.